guys, it's GhostOps here, and this time we have made our way into the Imperial City, more precisely, the waterfront. And we're about to board the Bloated Float, the pub on the waterfront. You will be able to rent a room in here, which will take you on an unexpected voyage. When you enter, be sure to talk to Ormel, the owner of the place, and get yourself a bed.
Well met. Welcome to the Bloated Float. She's the finest inn on the water in all Cyrodiil.
Ask for the bed?
There's a room, all right, and a fine room it is.
Yeah, I'll take it.
The room is down below deck. It's the door on the left.
Now, when you both room, go down the stairs to the bottom deck. As Ormil said, your room is the one to the left. Before you go to sleep though, be sure to check behind the pots on the table. You will be freshly supplied. And now, for the tuck-in time. Sleep at least 2 hours to get this event triggered. And when you awake, you have found yourself hijacked. Now when you leave the room, a person named Lynch will come up and talk to you.
You don't look like one of the Blackwater brigands.
Be sure to pay attention to the conversations. Your conversation
I was told there are only 2
options doesn't really affect the ending of it.
I locked the bouncer in the storage room, and she has the owner. So that leaves you.
You must still kill everybody on this ship,
Who are you?
except for the last boss.
City Watch? I doubt it. But since you have aligned yourself with them, I think it's time to put an end to this conversation.
After you have spoken to him, it's time to kill him. He's the hardest one in my opinion, but that's maybe because I'm not that geared out. I will get better gear from him, his pimp leather armor, and it will be easier for me to defeat the other guys. My magic doesn't really do much to him. Alright, after looting this guy, I'm going to let out the bouncer, as he was called. I'm just going to drop some stuff here. Just going to equip that steel longsword. Let's drop our old iron sword and our old war axe, which we never used. Let's drop our fur armor, because we don't need it anymore now that we got our pimp leather. Alright, and now to let him out. He's locked up in the storage room. Let's listen what he has to say.
About time. Thank you for freeing me. I'm Grumman Gromarad, the Bloated Float's bouncer and helmsman. I've been locked in that storage room for hours. I don't know exactly what's going on, but not long ago, a gang of thieves calling themselves the Blackwater Brigands stormed the ship. They took myself and Ormel, the float's owner, hostage and put the ship to sea. I have no idea what they're after. If you can get me safely to the top deck, I can steer the float home. But I'm not budging until the coast is clear. I'm used to dealing with drunken louts, not a gang of well-armed thieves.
And after you have ransacked the storage room, it's time to go up to the middle deck and defeat the next boss. I'm not really sure why I'm ransacking this, there's not really much to take, other than 5 gold, a pot, I believe I took there, and some rice. And let's not forget the bread and invention. We'll need that shit for sure. Alright, now leaving up for the middle deck, and for the next boss, Minx. A dark elf. Let's just heal up here before we engage her in a conversation. We don't want to accidentally get killed. Let's see what she has to say.
Where do you think you're going? Celine's not going to like this one bit. I wasn't to be disturbed. Lynch set you up here? Why? Did he send you to talk to Celine? What does she need assistance with? She has Ormil under her own watchful eye in his cabin. Something isn't right here. What happened to Lynch? You? You bested Lynch? I always knew he was out of practice. Oh, well, I suppose it's up to me to do his job for him as usual.
And now it's time to kill her. Neither in this conversation, your conversation options doesn't really affect the outcoming. You will still have to kill her. She will summon that ghost over there. It doesn't really do much. And just nuke Minx here and it will be gone afterwards. Now, just grab the top deck key and ransack the main room for food. Because you will need it if you're an alchemist. To make your potions and poisons and all that. And just taking the newspaper for fun. Now, going up to the top deck, we're gonna meet the third and probably last boss. You will have to fight anyways.
What are
Raph.
you doing up here? They find the Golden Galleon yet?
Neither here does your conversation
Celine
options
didn't
matter.
tell me about this, and I don't remember her taking on someone else to help us find the Golden Galleon. When did all this happen?
This is the guy you should listen
Damn
for
that
the
woman.
conversation
She
about.
promised a 4-part split
He
when we
will
recovered
tell you
the
some
Golden
really interesting
Galleon.
stuff
She
that you
never
will be
said
able to
anything
use
about
on the
splitting
last
it
boss.
5 ways. She said when we got back to the safe house in Breville, we would divide the loot after she fenced the damn thing. Do Lynch and Minx know about this?
They're dead,
Well,
I'm afraid.
Since they're out of the way, if I kill you, that means Celine and I split the take 2 ways.
Alright, and now to kill him, which in my opinion is the easiest one. Now with my new pimp sword and armor, I will do lots of damage to this guy. He will stand no chance. Beating him up here. Just healing myself a bit. And now for the killing blow. Now grab the Ormel's cabin key from his dead body. Enjoy the view, and then get down to the middle deck. If you want, talk to
Sounds
Grandma
like
and
the
Grandma.
coast is clear, so I'll make my way up to the ship's wheel. But I'm not...
Yeah, you don't really need
Be
to talk to
cautious.
him, I just did
They're
it
leading.
out of curiosity what he had to say. Now, for the main boss. I will talk her out.
Get in here. Roth? I told him to guard the wheel
If
and
you
not
follow
talk to
my
anybody.
conversation
Who are you?
choices, you will not have to engage her in fight.
We made a solemn pact not to let anyone else join the gang. I can remember it clearly, even though it was...
3 months ago?
What? Can no one in this gang keep things secret? I suppose you think you know why you've taken over the Bloated Float as well.
It might be to find the Golden Galleon, madam.
How did you know about that? No matter. Once I've taken care of you, we'll scuttle the ship and be off to our safe house.
In
No
Breville?
one will find
maybe?
us there.
Ah, Breville.
Again, you have surprised me with your knowledge of our operation. I suspect Lynch didn't check all the in-routers before we departed. You must
Nope.
have been hiding down there.
Yes, I did.
Impossible.
I killed all of them.
You defeated the 3 of them alone? I'm humbled by your skill. And fear that assaulting you would lead to my own quick demise.
True.
Please accept my surrender.
And
Here's
there
my
she
blade.
surrenders.
Please.
You will have her
No
blade,
treasure is worth my
which is a
life.
magical
The
blade called the
Bloated
Blackwater
Float
blade.
is yours.
And now talk to Ormel
Thank
about
goodness you arrived when you did.
Celine.
I feared that I'd be thrown to the slaughterfish.
Ask about
Now
Celine.
that she's surrendered, please escort her to the last room on the inn deck. We'll lock her in there until we arrive at port.
Now to escort Celine down to her inn room.
I've nothing more to...
No, she has nothing more to say to me. Because I beat her up in conversation skills. Her room is the one on the right. Alright, now that you're done with that, let's get back to Ormil and ask what he has to say. He has some interesting conversational options, but...
Now that Celine is
yeah.
locked up safely below, I think we can all breathe a little easier. I can't thank you enough.
Alright, there's nothing really
Well,
much more to ask
I'm
here.
afraid
You could just
all of
leave.
this was my fault. They hijacked the Bloated Float because of me. Business has been waning.
I'm
lately,
not really
so
interested
I
in this.
invented a
Let's
story.
just skip this.
I fashioned a tale about a gold.
Right. Now just leave and go down to your
Please,
bed.
Go get some rest.
Yeah, please go get some rest. We will now go down to our bed and rest for at least 2 hours. And then we will be at port in the Imperial City again. Just as nothing has happened. Celine and the Blackwater Brigands will be gone. And you have a reward to claim. Just talk to Ormil about the reward.
You're awake. Good. I didn't want to disturb you. I suppose you're wondering what I did with Celine.
Nope,
The
don't care.
authorities at the Imperial City took her off the ship as soon as we docked. I was also informed that there was a reward for her capture.
Ooh,
Here you
shiny.
go. Don't spend it all in one place. Unless it's here, of course.
Ah, 75 gold. What a rip-off.
Farewell, my
Alright
friend.
guys, thanks for watching this time. This was not really much a playthrough as it was a tutorial. But see you next time.